Welcome to Plutus Eyes. Today I'm going to discuss a very important topic from geography option. You would have seen the mains paper, geography optional paper, paper 1, paper 2, and in that you must have noticed that how the change has occurred in the pattern of the question that have been asked. Some of the questions which are asked are very direct and has been asked from the previous topics only, like how it was asked in the previous years. The same concept has been taken this time also. For example, there was a direct question: dichotomy, dualism, regional synthesis, regional planning. Here the static portion was more, but also we can see there's a lot of involvement of current affairs this time. For example, they have asked about deep sea mining, blue economy, etc. So when the topics are becoming so dynamic, so our preparation has to also change in according to that. So one of the topic which I've got for you is a very static topic from geography optional, which is a part of economic optional and section B of paper 1. So in section B of paper 1 we have human geography, and in human geography under that we have economic geography. In this economic geography I'm going to discuss a very important topic, which is agriculture typology. Agriculture typology, and which is important because there's a direct question which has been asked on this, to do the classification of agriculture field according to Whittlesey. So now Whittlesey is a very prominent in this because he has played a very prominent role in classifying the lands, and how he has classified it and why his classification is important and widely accepted. That is also what we have to discuss. So what Whittlesey has done? Whittlesey has done that there are many agricultural lands. 37% of the land surface area is occupied in agriculture. Maximum population of the world is dependent on agriculture for their livelihood. And for the countries, it is one of the most important sector because it's contributing their GDP. Not only that, the people are dependent on the agriculture and allied activities for their dependency for their livelihood, but also it's contributing majorly in the GDP of many countries. And it is what? It is the primary sector. Hence, it will always play a very significant role because major food dependency, etc., are on the agriculture and allied activities. Therefore, he has classified what Whittlesey has given the classification to it. Now, according to the classification, he has some basis. Okay, when he talked about the classification, he has basis of the classification, and on what basis he is giving the 13 classification. So the basis that he has taken are crop mechanization, irrigation pattern, etc., on the basis of which he has done 13 classification. Now when you will be asked that you have to classify it according to the Whittlesey, then you have to mention why he has done it, why agriculture is important, why it was required to do the classification, why people could not do without the classification. Uniformity and standardization and systematic approach are very important. Three mechanization, जहाँ पे कट करना है, these are very three important factors why the classification was required. So the first classification that he has done is nomadic herding. what he called it as his first classification. Then second was livestock ranching. Now third was commercial cropping. Now intensive farming with agriculture with paddy dominance. Now next one was intensive farming without paddy dominance. So all of these factors were included. Right? So these factors were very, very important. And apart from that, also there were other. So I'm not discussing all the 13, but some of them, some of the examples I've written. So you have to just mention all of these, and you don't have to explain each of these classification. You can just write in the answers. Nomadic herding is practiced in which all country, or the livestock ranching, for example, is practiced a lot in prairies, in grasslands, in the temperate grasslands, for example, prairies, pampas, and in down like in Australia, New Zealand, they are practiced a lot, but in Southeast Asian countries, they are practiced less. Okay, what is practiced more in Africa and sub-Saharan region? Nomadic herding is practiced more. Similarly, commercial cropping is still practiced in India, and intensive farming is also with paddy and without paddy dominance is practiced in India and Southeast Asian countries. So this is how you have to give the classification. You have to explain it with the examples, and then finally you can write about the details of what are the merits. So now you will write that what were the merits of his classification. Merits was that he wanted to give a systematic approach to it. He wanted to have a systematic approach that how one should divide the land. Okay. Then he wanted to bring some uniformity and standardization. Third was he wanted to bring what? Some kind of statistics analysis. You can bring the statistics analysis only when something has been classified in a proper manner. Now, what were the demerits? Demerits were he did not include the other factors which can also hinder the crop pattern. For example, your socioeconomic factors. Under that, you can write the government policies, right? Next, his theory was not dynamic. Why it was not dynamic? Because it included, it could not change with the changing world, with the changing technology. For example, if technology has been included in some kind of classification, then that was not included. So uh, technology transformation was not included. So these are certain factors which was involved. Okay, and apart from that, conclusion also you can write that Whittlesey is one of the most prominent scholar who has given the best classification till now, and it is widely accepted classification till now, although many people have also tried to give the regional classification under it. But what Whittlesey could inspire a lot of people, it could not be the other scholars could not do it in that way, right? This is how you have to answer it. Thank you so much.